Next, let us go to nth root functions. Nth root functions. So that is y is equal to nth root of x, or this can also be written as y is equal to x to the power 1 by. So now these graphs can also be categorized depending on the value of n. So if n is even, if n is odd, so that is y is equal to x to the power half, that is root x, or x to the power 1 by 4, or x to the power 1 by 6, so on. N value is even, and here we deal with y equal to x power 1 by 3, x power 1 by 5, x power 1 by 7, so on. So what happens? How does these graphs look like? How does these graphs look like? So if you draw the graphs of y is equal to nth root of x, where n is even, so obviously root x, 4th root of x, 6th root of x are defined only for positive numbers. So you cannot have root of minus 1. Root of minus 1 is not real. So even nth roots of x are defined only for positive x. And the graphs look something like this. Initially they rise fast and then they become more and more flat. So this is how the graph of y is equal to x to the power n, where n is even, looks like. So all these graphs look the same. As the value of n increases, the graph becomes more steep at the origin and more flat after, away from the origin. So all these graphs pass through the point 1, 1. So as n increases, the graph becomes more steep here and more flat. So if this is a root x curve, this will be 4th root of x curve. And these graphs are defined only on the positive side of x-axis. And all these graphs pass through 1, 1 and 0, 0. Similarly, if you have an odd numbers, if you take cube root of x, you can find cube root for positive numbers as well as negative numbers. For example, cube root of 8 is equal to 2, cube root of minus 8 is equal to minus 2. For positive numbers, cube root is positive. For negative numbers, cube root is negative. So the graph looks something like this. Graph looks something like this. This is how the graph of y is equal to cube root of x looks like. So this also passes through 0, 0 and 1, 1. As the value of n increases, how does the curve change? It becomes more steep before this point and less steep after this point. Here also it passes through minus 1, minus 1. It becomes more steep here and less steep here. So if this is cube root of x, this will be the graph of 5th root of x.